What's up everybody, it's CJ, and I'm back with another Pleasantville renovation video. So today, I'm gonna be tackling the second park in the world. I needed a break, y'all, from furnishing houses, and I was like, you know what, let's just tackle the second park because I just want like a change of scenery. So, if you didn't know, I did furnish another park a couple of weeks ago. That was more like a family park. There was a little bit of everything for almost every age group, including pets, you know? So, there's two parks, but this one is more so like a pet park. So this is like strictly for pets. I mean, there are some things for human sims to do. For example, this lot comes with a chess table and it also comes with a grill. So I did keep some of those. I added a dominoes table for human sims so you can have like one more thing to play with. But this is strictly for the pets, and honestly strictly just for the dogs and cats, because there's really nothing for horses here. You know, horses need a lot of space. This is a big park, but yeah, no, like there's just not anything here for horses, unfortunately. So it's mainly just the dogs, cats, kittens, and puppies, you know. So as of now, I'm kind of just going through, moving a lot of the landscaping. I'm going through the catalog, looking for as many cats and dogs objects as I can find. So honestly, you're gonna need the pets pack. I feel like if you have nothing else, you're gonna absolutely need pets for this lot, because I used a lot of stuff from the pack, you know? So like I said, I'm kind of just using some of the same landscaping. All I'm really doing now is just kind of going back, adding some terrain paint. I went a little overboard, y'all, with the terrain paint today. I'm trying to get better about using it because it can really help a build look more detailed. So I'm really trying to like getting to using it, especially like the flower terrain paint. So I used a little bit of that on this lot, but primarily it's just dirt. I did also go back and add some rocks just to kind of help make the lot feel more realistic. This gazebo, y'all, is probably like my favorite area on the entire lot. Well, I don't know. I have another area that I really like on this lot, but I think the gazebo might be a close second, you know? Like, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. So like I said, I'm just kind of going in, adding a lot of stuff from the pets pack. We have these really big cat castle objects, which I don't use that much because I don't know about y'all, but I feel like big items in The Sims, I feel like I have to think before I want to use them. Like if I'm building a house, I have to already like have the house be big enough for these kind of objects, because like they're just so big. I know they're supposed to probably go outside, but like I just never use them really, like ever. So I knew that this lot was a perfect opportunity to use them, so I put two of them down. I did go back and add a cat condo because I realized that I'm pretty sure the cats can't scratch on the castles, you know. So I went back and added a cat condo. There is also a scratching post so your cats can scratch on this lot, you know. I added a lot of toys, biscuit balls. I should have put a fire hydrant. Looking back, I didn't think to put one, but you know, maybe you can add a fire hydrant, but I should have put a fire hydrant. I'm also going in now and just trying to make the lot more detailed, so I'm adding some floor tile just to connect the gazebo to the main parking lot. I'm also going to using some of this low-lying fence. This is the fee-fi-fo fence from the base game. I also put some more of that floor tile over here too, just because I want it to kind of like have a patio area, I guess, for like the human sims. So you have an area to play with the chess table, there's a dominoes table, so you can technically build skills here. There is no bathroom, unfortunately, and I thought about putting an outhouse out here, but I was like, maybe not. But you can do it if you want to. But I feel like, you know, if your Sims need to use the bathroom, there's probably like a bathroom close by, right? Like, you know, you don't really have to technically have one here. Again, I was really thinking about pets today. Not really so much humans, but there is enough room on the lot for you to add a bathroom if you would like to, but there's just no bathroom here, unfortunately. I might go back and add one. I don't know. I'll see if I can squeeze one somewhere, because the more I think about it, I'm like, CJ, your Sims need to use the bathroom. So I might add an outhouse, maybe like in a corner somewhere. But speaking of corners, I was thinking about what else I could put out here that would benefit like you and like pets in general. So I was like, why don't I kind of like rope off or like fence off a little section? And we have this section B for puppies and kittens, right? Because like I would imagine, like it's The Sims, so it doesn't really matter, but I would imagine like in terms of real life, you might want like a more closed in space for the smaller dogs or kittens and puppies, because a lot of the times bigger pets can be aggressive or they can play too rough, and you don't really want like your little small animal to get hurt. So I was like, maybe if I give you like a small closed off little area, you can like have your pets coming here. It is like a fence, so you can lock it if you want to, but I would imagine like maybe you want to have like your kittens or puppies come here and like, you know, train them or play with them. I put like these really big rugs from the base game. I tried to make them as colorful as possible. In my brain, this is more so like a space for like puppies and kittens, but it could also work for like any pet, honestly. So I tried to make this like really bright and colorful, you know, to kind of give off that like cutesy kind of vibe. So we have two big rugs. I put two of those little pet beds in here as well, And I also wanted to put some food bowls. I put a scratching post just in case you had a cat. You know, I was trying to be as thoughtful as I could be with this kind of lot because, you know, for me, when I usually play Sims, I feel like most of the time my Sims have dogs. I feel like in terms of real life, I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. I feel like when it comes to me playing the game, I feel like most of my Sims households have dogs. We have cats too, but I feel like the dog ratio outweighs the cat ratio. But I was trying to like be thoughtful for both. So I also used that automatic litter box. Now that is the only one on the lot, so I'm gonna probably have to go back and add another one. That's just so like every cat on the lot won't have to just use this one, you know. I also found this chair. It's from the Showtime pack. I think it's supposed to be like an outdoor like fancy kind of chair, but I never use it. I don't like the overhang. I don't really like it at all. So I was like, maybe I could use it here. I feel like if I colored it a little bit, it could look kind of bright, vibrant. Maybe it could kind of fit the vibe of this little area. So I ended up using it. I moved it around a lot because I was trying to like make sure that the pet beds work. And I didn't know like if it could work, seeing as how I had move object turned on. And I didn't know if it was going to clip with the rug or not. But I think everything should work. I need to maybe play test this a little bit just to make sure. But I think everything over here in this little corner should work. Oh, I also added some of those little pet toy boxes too. There's actually like a whole lot. I even went into Bitey Bug. You'll see it in a little bit. I went into Bitey Bug, y'all, and I got like the individual mouse toy, the little squeaky toys and stuff like that. And I just placed those down. I honestly hope that when you place this lot down, they don't disappear. Because sometimes that happens in The Sims 3 where like you'll have some objects, I guess like Bitey Bug stuff sometimes, it'll like disappear when you place it down. So if it does go away, all you really need to do is just turn on testing cheats enabled true, and then just bring up the cheat command again, and then just type in buy debug on. That's all you have to do. Just buy debug space on, and then you can just like sort by the pets pack and then just replace everything. I was really just trying to make this little space over here realistic, where you could tell like, you know, puppies and kittens were over here, you know. Honestly, y'all, I really want to use this lot in my own personal gameplay now because I've been playing a lot of The Sims 2. I've been mentioning this a lot lately on the channel, but I've been playing a lot of Sims 2 lately, especially over on Twitch. If you don't know, I am also a streamer. I stream 5 days a week over on Twitch. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so 7 p.m. to around 11, so it's like a 4-hour stream. But I've been playing a lot of The Sims 2, and my current Sim Spaghetti has a dog. So he went to university, and then when he left, his family has a dog, because I have a story progression mod for The Sims 2. So now that he graduated, I was like, oh, let me just take the dog when we move out so we can play with it. So yeah, in The Sims 2, actually, pets can get jobs, which is kind of crazy. The dog's name is Biscuit, by the way. So I took Biscuit to the dog park, and I was like trying to train him for his job and stuff. So yeah, if you want to ever see me like play Sims 2, I'll leave my Twitch channel link down below. But if you don't want to watch a live stream, or you don't have time to watch a live stream, don't worry, because I have a second channel now on YouTube, and that is just where I post my Twitch streams. It's called CJ Replays, but I will leave a link to it down below as well, just in case you want to get caught up. I have all the Sims 2 streams in a playlist. I also have Sims 3 stuff too. So I finished the Leprosy challenge like a year ago. I'm doing the Jam Legacy right now in The Sims 3, so there's some Sims 3 stuff over there. There's also some Sims 4. I do play other games also on Twitch, so all of the streams for the past couple of years are on the second channel if you want to watch it. But back to the speed build though for a second. As you can see, I'm just kind of going in now, just adding some more detail. I'm actually kind of glad that I didn't really have to put a lot of objects, like, okay, well, a lot of normal objects, like, you know, on this lot, because, you know, it already came with picnic tables, it came with grills, it came with park benches, so I didn't really need to like add a whole lot. I just kind of swapped some stuff out, recolored some stuff. The majority of what I've added today was just like pet objects and more landscaping. So I put some lily pads. I added some of these like little plants over here by the pond. I swapped out those original like park benches for these. These are the ones from the World Adventures pack. I just kind of like the way it looks, so I used a couple of those out here. I did go back, you'll see it way later, but I did go back and I added a little park sign because I was trying to like find a sign that could kind of fit the vibe, and luckily Supernatural has one, so I was like, oh yes, let me use that. And yeah, this is what I was telling you about. I just turned on Bitey Bug, and I was just going back and adding some little clutter here and there. So these are like squeaky toys, the mice objects, the little paper balls and stuff like that. So there's a lot for puppies and kittens to play with. And if you didn't know, you can get these inside of the pet toy boxes, and all you have to do is just open them up and you can drag them out. So yeah, hopefully it shouldn't delete when you place the slot down, but if it does, then you can always just get it back, you know. And then I also was trying to like figure out what else I can add, and I realized that we had these pet gnomes. They're like, there's a dog gnome, a cat gnome, and there's also a horse gnome, and then we have these other gnomes that have like pet signs, and I'm assuming you're supposed to really just use them on your home lot because they're for residentials, but I wonder if I place these down on community lots if they also work. The gnomes that are holding the signs, there's one for cats and one for dogs. So hopefully with them being here, they can lure out some strays, so that way if you come here, there'll be like more pets on the lot and stuff like that. If it doesn't work, it's probably because it's supposed to be used on residentials and not community lots, but I placed them here just to be on the safe side. Even if they don't work, they're like cute little gnomes though, so it shouldn't be the end of the world, you know? And then as of now, as you can see, I'm kind of like recoloring the gazebo. I went with like a brownish color scheme, so I changed the roof. I'm making the columns a little bit more brown, and then I also recolored the fence to make that brown as well. I also added some railings out here too, because there was no railings for the stairs, so I added some just to kind of have more detail. But I gotta say, y'all, the gazebo is so cool. It's so simple, but it's so cool. So the reason why I did the gazebo last is because I did not know what to do. I was like, how do I like make this look nice? Like, what do I put? I was thinking just to put like park benches and call it a day, but I was like, no, CJ, we can get like a little bit more creative. So I decided to have this be like a sleepy time gazebo, like a chill hangout spot kinda. So I put a really big rug from the Into the Future pack, and I recolored it, and I added a couple of these really big pet beds from the Pets pack. So I have 2 of them, and then I added like some regular chairs for your Sims, so at least your Sims can sit down if you want them to. But I just thought it looked so nice, and it looks so relaxing and stuff like that. Like, imagine just sitting there on like a nice sunny windy day or something and just being able to chill. Like, it'll be so nice. And then as of now, I'm also adding some of these street lights just to kind of illuminate the lot at nighttime. Like I said, y'all, I was really just trying to find things that would make a lot of sense for a park like this, you know? But I think in all, y'all, that's pretty much everything for the entire build. I did go back, I don't know if it shows up in the screenshots, but I did go back and I added some more terrain paint underneath the cat castles and some of the pavement just to kind of make the lot more detailed and stuff. But that's pretty much everything for this entire lot. Now I'm just kind of going back, I'm adding some frisbees, some soccer balls, so there's a little bit more stuff for your Sims to do. I found out that you could slot those like cat spring toy things, you can slot them to the fence, I guess, so I put some of those. Hopefully they work. If they don't work, it's because I thought they could work, but they don't. But yeah, I also put a couple of those up here too. I'm putting some trash cans, so that's pretty much everything, like I said, for the entire build. So if you want to download this, I am going to leave this link down below. Again, just make sure you have the pets pack, because if you don't have pets, you're going to be missing a lot of stuff. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Please be sure to stick around for the screenshots so you can see how the lot looks when you download it. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching!